We're in.
Okay. So, welcome to the Galaxy Brain Podcast second episode. Surprise that there is a second episode, and today we have a guest. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sen.
We found you on the street last night.
I'm very nervous.
It's alright now.
That was our first time as well.
We can just cut stuff out if anything goes wrong, you know? If you go rampant and start shooting people, we can just cut it out. Nothing happens, you know?
Yeah.
I'm nervous also, a bit. I'm not really feeling it kicking so much anymore. I mean, it's your first podcast. It's like this for me. For me, it's the second. What the fuck am I talking about? I don't know. This experience, I guess, will be useful to you later on.
Oh, what do you do? What interested you in the podcast?
Well, I'm friends with both of you, so I guess that's part of it. And I just thought it'd be an experience, and it sure is an experience. Sure.
All right.
You're experiencing galaxy brain energy right now. There is nothing else like this in the universe.
This is the enlightening podcast, as we all know. Everyone who watched it last time entered a new era of evolution. Everyone who didn't watch it is just like at a lower level, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. How many people didn't watch it?
I don't know. You know, it's like it got like 26 views, so let's see. That's like 7.5 billion minus 26.
Yeah, that's a lot of people that aren't enlightened yet.
So there's a number of people that didn't watch it, I guess.
Hey, there's always a second chance, and that's why we're here today. So, let's see. Last time we neglected to talk about Lego Auschwitz.
Yes.
That's one hell of a story.
Yes, go on.
Yeah, so I believe in the 80s, Lego commissioned an artist to make a Lego set of whatever they wanted, but they did not properly review what he was going to make. So he was a Jewish artist, so he decided to make a Lego system set based on Auschwitz. And this specific set is like the only Lego set, I believe, that says it's specifically endorsed by Lego, which makes it even worse.
Worse or better?
But what's really interesting about this set is that it also has like some very specific pieces that don't exist anywhere else. So it not only is it like rare and it's a weird expression of art, and it's also really dark and controversial, but it's also got some rare pieces in it. It's got some old school Lego skeletons and stuff like that, and that's...
Oh, so you're not saying that they were like hand manufactured or something. I mean, I don't expect a person to just, make a Lego piece or something, but yeah.
It's mostly just stuff that's been like out of print for years.
The Lego skeletons look kind of funky, Does Ninjago have different skeletons than those?
Yeah, they do. There's a bunch of other skeletons. I don't really like the new ones. I don't like their new style. In general, Legos are pretty good company.
You said that last time.
Yeah, I was talking with Avion about it off the record as well. Although I also talked about this was also off the record. I talked about how there was another artist who ordered Lego bricks for his art, but actually had an embargo set up for him later because they discovered he was doing political art. Decided to do was lift the embargo after a bunch of controversy happened, but they had to say that they did not endorse his art at all. which I mean, I thought that should be obvious that they do not particularly endorse someone making like Toad's penis out of Legos or something, but you know.
That's not political at all, I think. Unless, I don't know, there's some sort of cock worship going on. I don't know.
Highly disagree.
It's totally political.
Wait, I guess it technically is Donald Trump, huh?
Yeah, because his penis and
Thanks for that one, Stormy.
You know, I feel like the best topic for now is talking about what happened in the previous episode. Because that's like, you can't just recycle every single topic at once. It's awesome.
what was it, like iDubbbz and
Talked
Bionicle?
about obscure games, speedrunning. I don't remember
Yeah.
what else.
And talking about speedrunning, like that last time I said, like, machines wired for where I didn't know if there was a speedrun, but I know there is somebody actually recording his playthrough, and I think he was like breezing through the levels. I don't know if you can consider that as speedrun at all. I've yet to look into it, but holy shit. Bim.
So I'm reminded, it's April 4th.
No, it's
So
April 1st. You're
Fools
trying
passed
to
by, and
fucking mess us up.
April Fools is just the holiday that passes by, and I almost forget it ever happened.
It's kind of weird because people like specifically condition themselves whenever there's April 1st to not believe anything. And I feel like this is kind of against the whole holiday itself, because you're supposed to not expect that it's April 1st. I don't know, maybe it works with kids or something, but it's kind of a weird situation with that.
There's just so many things that can go wrong April 1st. You can break your own friendships, break your relationships in general.
Break your toes.
Like some of the worst pranks are just like fake coming outs, stuff like that. That's just kind of one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah,
Fake
that's pretty
coming
gross.
outs? I didn't even hear of that.
Yeah, like fake you're gay or something. Like say to your family members you're gay and it's April Fools, haha, so funny.
I'm not gay yet. Yeah.
Yet.
Got him.
Yeah.
Destroy every freaking concept of reality right there, pal. I'm gonna drink to that.
Drinking water.
I don't know why, but I just keep drinking water all the time. It's like, I'm a human, you know. Maybe that's why.
There's some there's always those like nothing April Fool's pranks that are like not even pranks, they're just very obvious jokes because it's April 1st.
Oh yeah.
Like fake game announcements. Last year Platinum Games did one that was like part business tycoon, part character action like slash 'em up.
What was the Shovel Knight one? The Shovel Knight 64.
Yeah, that's actually something I would like. So that's one of those announcements I hate because it's like people actually want that.
Yeah,
so,
those are the worst.
What was that about, actually? I didn't hear about Shovel Knight 64.
Back in the age of like video game magazines, though, they had like those fake video game rumors for April 1st. Like you can evolve Dragonite in Pokemon to Yoshi.
Oh.
Or you can evolve Lickitung into Luigi.
Or a Pokemon by flipping your, I don't know, fucking Nintendo whatever console upside down.
Oh, yeah, that was the Luigi one, yeah.
Oh.
I think the Dragonite one was just you need to get to a certain level and do something. I don't remember what it was.
I mean, I think it's kind of a cool requirement for like the evolution itself. Like if you flip it around. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's gonna be exactly obvious that you have to do this, but I kind of like when companies like endorse something in a way that doesn't immediately, I don't know, kill the fucking fun out of it.
Yeah, it's also cool that that's an example of a rumor that did become reality because there is a Pokemon you need to evolve by turning your system upside down.
Which one?
Which evolves into Malamar.
Oh.
Malamar is a cool Pokemon. it's got this ability, I believe it's contrary, which makes moves that power you down instead power you up. So if someone uses Leer on you, it raises your defense instead of lowers it.
You know, it sounds kind of cool if you like were in a situation. Okay, actually, right, the situation here is obvious, but it's kind of like a haha, fuck you, your debuffs don't work on me anymore.
I guess so.
I kind of like that. Fuck debuffs. I hate those pieces of shit.
Speaking of debuffs and RPGs, we talked about Shin Megami Tensei last time a little bit, and I just thought it was wild how in Pokemon, you know, that was like such a huge craze. Twice. Yeah. There were like basically 2 Pokemanias, one time around Pokemon Go and one in the 90s. But basically lost all of its craze because of, like, you know, Christian moms saying it's like for the devil and whatever, and spreading a bunch of false rumors about the series.
I'm gonna kill you both.
Please don't. Why are you gonna kill us both?
Because why not?
Yeah, I'll edit that in. Okay. Yeah, so we're back. But yeah, I just think it's wild that if like these same Christian moms knew about like Shin Megami Tensei, then it actually, you know, sort of matches the descriptions of what they think Pokemon is, you know? Supports evolution, it's from the devil, that sort of shit.
You know, that
I said shut, not shit.
That kind of made me think, because one time when I was like Googling the numerology in the Bible, I found this peculiar website that like I had what I needed, but then I see fucking anime and Pokemon on this website, and I know what I'm going to see when I click on the articles. Just do it, and it kind of says exactly what you said, but it's just fucking wild. This 2007 website.
No, it's just I just think it's so dumb how, like, you know, for example, Harry Potter and Narnia, those had like the same labels put on them. They're like fantasy and they have gods, so they're for the devil or whatever.
Oh,
but
Jesus,
then like
yes.
you know, like Narnia's author was actually like a devout Christian at the time, and in fact his Christianity is what inspired the entire series.
Oh, I didn't quite know that.
Clear, yeah, Aslan the lion is very clear stand-in for Jesus, and he makes that very clear in one of his letters as well.
What was the letter about, by the way?
What?
What was the letter about, by the way?
Well, a little girl just asked him he asked about if Aslan is like Jesus, and he basically said yes in a very cutesy way.
Oh, okay. I mean,
that's nice.
Yeah. Very nice indeed. What about wrestling, you know?
What was
topic are we talking about wrestling now?
Yeah.
What was there to talk about? WrestleMania is still happening, even though it's in an empty arena, so that removes like 80% of the fun of it.
Oh yeah. It
sounds. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
Because with wrestling, everything is like the crowd. The crowd is one of the main parts of it, and if you remove the crowd, you just get nothing.
It's kind of true, because like I watched like some of the like clips you send sometimes on your channel with the freaking epic gamer moments in wrestling, and you know what I noticed the most is probably that the crowd reaction was like genuine. It sounds weird because like wrestling is, you know, wrestling, but then you have the crowd that can kind of make everything. Of course, there's probably somebody here that like quietly nudges people to do something they want, but not everything is anticipated, which is like even more fun.
The best
now
moments...
we can have a wacky wrestling image in the thumbnail.
Oh,
that's one idea.
Oh yeah, I can find one.
Thank you.
There's like an infinite supply of them, by the way.
I know. There's the one with Hulk Hogan eating pasta, or he has like pasta up. There's the one with John Cena with like the surprised face, which was genuine because he wasn't meant to win like that. There's Hulk Hogan doing more shit, probably.
Oh yeah, I wonder if you upload that to your Twitter, because I know you have that out of context wrestling account
that no one follows, so I don't post anything on it mostly.
Well, we can self-advertise that now. This is a perfect time.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
We'll probably have like a shilling thing at the end, like we did last time for Avion.
Shilling. Like, I'm part of the business now, you know what I'm saying? It's not shilling if it's like part of the podcast anymore. If it comes from me, it's yeah.
Something I was interested in talking about was I also talked with Avion about this a little bit. There is a project for Minecraft to get every single real world location in a 1-to-1 map for Minecraft. It's a modded map, of course.
Oh, I thought they already did that.
Yeah, like, we considered like doing survival on a map like that and how interesting that would be. Probably get way more views than the podcast for sure.
Is that possible? Like to make a 1-to-1 recreation of everywhere on Earth on Minecraft?
Yeah, but it needs to be modded.
Oh.
Like,
it is possible.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know. I expect a lot of, I live in this shithole jokes whenever somebody starts the Let's Play in their own country. Like,
what they considered was to have the map end with a sort. It's going to be a flat map because Minecraft is flat. Of course, it can't really loop around unless you get like another mod, maybe.
The Earth is also flat, so it fits.
Yeah, it's flat like the Earth. But yeah, it's going to be like in old legends where, you know, there are corners of the Earth and there's the firmament and whatever, that kind of nonsense, which also kind of ties in with another topic I put down because I was putting down Nibiru and Planet X, which are like this sort of pseudo-scientific cosmology things where Nibiru is our hidden new planet, except it doesn't exist. It just refers to whatever planets in the sky based off of Mesopotamian myth.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've heard about that before, like the Planet X conspiracy theory. I was like, how do you hide a planet?
A new planet in our solar system. I think last I checked, I actually did believe that was most likely true, but it's got a completely different orbit than like Nibiru or whatever, which is like part of a conspiracy or whatever. They're not at all the same. In fact, Nibiru is supposed to have like a very much impossible orbit.
Like what? Like
after
a fucking
70,000 years.
Oh, this way. I thought it was like it's moved like in a very erratic pattern, like some sort of, I don't know, fly or a buzzing dildo on the ground.
Yeah, it would go like into the inner solar system and then way back out. And that's just way too far. It would be ejected within like thousands of years. It would not stay.
Unless, like, I don't know, the sun had super special gravity directed towards this specific planet, which, like, I'm not a scientist, but gravity is like kind of doesn't affect just single objects, specific ones. It's like
in 2 minutes, I got a timer that's gonna go off. I'm preparing some pasta.
Oh,
it's gonna be really great for the podcast.
Well, why don't you just eat the noodles raw without cooking them? That's what I did with the sausage.
Yeah, something else I put down that was really interesting is that dolphins and cephalopods could be our equals, because I guess I was on a science high. But yeah, if you just gave like dolphins or like some cephalopods like limbs like ours and gave them time to develop, they could be our equals because they're just that smart. And I just think it's interesting how stuff like that is so humbling that we have within a lot of the world, we have a lot of like human or carbon bias, but in reality, we are not as remarkable as we think we are at all. Because again, you could just give a dolphin like anchor arms and some sexy legs, and it would be like on par, if not better than us.
Jesus,
Oh, yes.
sexy leg dolphins.
Dolphin nukes.
I don't remember what the game is, but I'm gonna have that one first dolphin pilot in the thumbnail.
Jesus, I mean, I know we already were like teaching birds to do stuff for us. Like, there's a very famous bird back in Poland here that like he's probably dead long by now. Yeah, he is, but he was helping soldiers during the World War II, like carrying ammunition and stuff. I don't know if he could shoot people, but I know that he was very helpful to the soldiers. And kind of proves you that a lot of animals are pretty fucking intelligent, He even kind of felt like a human, sort of. I'm not gonna go too much into that.
Maybe I'll put the image up on screen around this time in the podcast. There it is.
Yeah, by the way, for context, this image is absolutely nothing at the moment for me because it's still loading.
I think...
Oh.
I don't know if you heard that, but that's my timer.
Oh, I heard that.
I see that image now. Oh, you could put that in yeah, I see what you're doing now.
Yeah, please do put that in there.
Yeah. Well, look, let's pretend that we know what moment he's going to put it at. So, like, let's just say yay right now. Yay!
Yeah, yay!
What the fuck?
Here's the Hulk Hogan image I mentioned earlier.
Oh. Send it.
I'm back.
Wow. Oh.
Pasta smells so great, I'm not gonna lie.
It's relevant because there's pasta in the image and it's wrestling, and we talked about
I've got the same mood as Hulk Hogan, honestly.
Oh yeah, you could talk about Hulk Hogan.
He's a racist dipshit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about. It's just like, I don't know, when I heard about his leaked phone call, with what he said, I don't know, it's like, I feel so uncomfortable. And because it's like, I mean, it makes sense. It sounds like someone of, I guess, his walk would say, but it's, he was just like saying the N-word and shit, like, specifically that he is functionally speaking a white supremacist, as in that, like, he thinks that there is a significant IQ gap, which is nonsense, or that, like, they're not civilized people or whatever.
I don't know, dude.
I think it just sucks because, Hulk Hogan was always symbolized, even if everyone knew wrestling was pretend, that he was meant to be like an American hero. But then you got this, and that's like, okay, that's a little too American, but
Too American.
Oh, Jesus.
Hulk Hogan has always been a bit of a dick because in like wrestling, this is hard to explain. I'm going to try my best, but like there's a lot of backstage politicking is what they call it, where who wins is predetermined, people try and get that spot so they get the most money and the fame and whatever. And Hulk Hogan would never lose to anyone, even when he was like 50.
Oh, jeez. The same deal was, as far as I know, with The Fiend, but it wasn't really backstage policing at all, I guess. It was more like a character gimmick.
That was just Vince being stupid.
Pasta containers suck, I'm sorry to say, because it's still frozen, but it smells so good, so I'm gonna have to give it some microwave time.
Sure. Oh, by the way, I meant more like the Fiend's gimmick being that he never loses at all. That's what I meant. That is not really backstage policing, it's just a gimmick, Yeah, this makes sense.
The Fiend is cool.
Yeah, I hear she's kind of one of the like better characters in wrestling with good writing and stuff.
Yeah, he is. He's like, because I think he was written by the actor himself, not the creative team, which suck at everything. Okay, that's a generalization. They can do some good things, but he's clearly written by the person who plays him, and not by Hollywood writers, which are on the creative team that know nothing of wrestling and don't understand it. And there's like 9 of them.
Yeah, when I hear about stuff like that, it's like, I don't know. I know there's a lot of people who get into jobs, like, for example, let's say a lot of people who write what people call walking simulators in video games, those types of games. They actually hate video games as a medium, so they're basically just making movies into games. But I mean, like, when you have people like the creative team here who does not understand wrestling, the thing they're actually writing, but they write it, that just kind of blows, because it's like, I think, well, I could have that kind of opportunity and I'd love it, because that would open up a lot of other opportunities if I did well, that sort of shit.
Yeah.
By the way,
that shit doesn't really make sense exactly. I think you know a little bit about it, right, Cindy? Like, not just this just them completely like forgetting about the Fiend's gimmick and him losing for the first time in his career, but there's something else too, right?
He lost. So in Saudi Arabia, which is another can of worms that is just horrible. Don't ever work with Saudi Arabia, please.
Okay. I'll just hide the bodies, okay?
The Fiend lost to Goldberg, who is like 50 and he's a part-time wrestler, and it was all for a short-term payoff, which is now not happening because he was supposed to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, who is immunocompromised, so he can't even be there. So there was no point to it, is what I'm saying.
The Saudi Arabia thing, I kind of don't know how it looks like, the wrestling as whole there.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, generally, does the crowd behave differently and stuff?
Oh, they do. They don't care because they don't have really the well, I think a lot of it is like Saudi oil people who take their children to the shows, and they sit in the front row and they don't even watch it. They usually just walk around and talk to other business people, and it's just like, why are you even there?
maybe I'll upload this on a Sunday like last time, but that's also like death battle time, so might not get much attention. Or maybe it will, because everyone will be on their death battle high, and then they'll want something else to consume. Pasta still has frozen bits in it, but it's still good. There's not really much I can do about it anyway. It's just going to heat unevenly anyway.
Oh god, that's the worst.
I don't even get how heating on pasta works exactly. Do you just put the bowl inside a specific way and it heats up as whole or something?
I guess you gotta puncture it right, but I don't know. I can't do that. Their directions are very non-specific.
Fucking recipes for instant food. Too complicated to follow.
I wouldn't say this is instant food by any means, because it's a little more complicated, I guess. I don't even know where these are from.
What the?
I just stole them out of the dumpster. Except I didn't. I do not steal from dumpsters.
Yeah, there's nothing to steal from dumpsters. It's free for taking, If you find, like, I don't know, some, like, newspapers there, you can just take them. Nobody's going to arrest you for that. Which is great.
Well, no, that's not true.
What?
People have been arrested for that. Usually homeless people.
Oh, come on. Like,
Why? What law are they breaking? The person who owns that do they still own it if it's in the trash?
I'm not sure actually, but I believe it is illegal to like use other people's like trash cans and stuff. So you can't like I had a bottle while walking around, which I guess is sort of taboo during these times, but I'm not going to talk about that. But yeah, I had a bottle and I already drank like all the water in it. So when I was walking home, there was a bunch of residential trash cans, but I knew I could not put them in there because, I mean, that's not legal to use someone else's trash can like that.
I mean, it depends on the trash cans, I guess, because, like, I don't know. On the other hand, I still don't get it at all. Like, I get it, but I don't. It's understandable, but it isn't.
Might be one of many laws that are just meant to target homeless people because certain communities just hate the homeless.
Yeah, it's kind of
Of
sad, you
life.
know? It's like you're even forbidding somebody from just taking trash. It's like, hey, what the fuck are they going to do with the trash? Like, I don't know, go walk into the airport and pretend they have a weapon? And a fucking...
I
Yeah.
don't get the hatred of homeless people. I think it's a bit stupid.
Yes, it's because there are a lot of people that are genuinely convinced that their country provides perfectly, and that if you're struggling, you're actually just being lazy or whatever. So
Yeah, it's very often like that, you know. It's kind of sad actually when you walk up to like any teacher in your school and you're gonna say, "Oh, you gotta study hard or else you're gonna end up homeless." Like, bitch, that's not how it fucking works. What the fuck are you talking about? Stupid ass old hack. Motherfucker, I'm gonna beat you to death with a fucking scalpel. Piece of shit.
okay. Well, I was gonna say Avion's too smart to become homeless like that, but I don't know. You don't beat people to death with scalpels. That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
fuck you. I'm not gonna become homeless. I'm gonna become convicted. That's the difference, man. That's pretty bad, actually. You know, I don't think scalpels are very good weapons either way. Like, yeah, I don't know. This is just a small fucking blade, you know. Like, you can hide it in your pocket, in your toenail, whatever. Actually, are there any toenail-based weapons? Like, I don't know. You just hide them under one. Nobody knows it's there.
At least enhance your range with like a dagger.
This dagger's fucking... Yeah, I'm gonna throw that shit. That's a ranged weapon.
I covered everything that's on my list on another server, but I did talk to you about something in DM, so I can just retrieve that.
Oh,
I'm gonna
sure.
crop out the nonsense.
Sure.
Let's see.
Just fucking looking for... Oh! I have something to talk about. Tojaman Earl.
Go ahead.
That
Yeah,
game...
yeah.
That game is actually fucking awesome. I like finished the fixed world today, and it's kind of a game that I've never seen before. The type of game, like I know that some people have compared it to some roguelike games, but I don't know. It feels kind of different. It's very unique, and I like a lot that it has like the most unique character to it. I can't exactly pinpoint what character that it has, but like you look at Tojam and Earl, like at the game.
I think what you're trying to say is the world itself as a character.
Yeah, fucking everything there is a character. Like this, holy stuff. Everything there makes sense design wise. Like the Earthlings look like caricatures of people. I kind of like that. I mean, some people like. mm, it's not as ugly as some cartoons do, like the specific type of ugly that's also grotesque. Man, that's the word. Ugly grotesque. That's the fucking shit. Um, and also I like the gameplay very much, though I honestly hoped that it would be like that it would have more content. I mean, I know I may be saying this a little bit blindly because I didn't finish the game fully yet. Um, but
But yeah,
like,
there's plenty of content, or at least there's a lot of difficulty modes. Like it just gets higher and higher. They've gotten to
yeah.
like super extreme or something. I don't know. That last I checked in, there's like just very hard now. I imagine like everything kills you in one shot or something.
Oh, that would be a fucking nightmare. Like the life bar upgrades just don't cut it anymore. But like, yeah, I kind of I thought that it could use more content, but like I'm completely fine with what there is right now, because like I can't expect anything more out of them. It's just good, very good. What can I say? Can money well spent. Haha, the joke is that you actually bought this game for me and I didn't. So like I
I
pay
did, yeah.
absolutely fuck all for that.
Was it's only $3.74 right now up until the 6th. So if you have money in Steam, then you better go get it
Actually on
because
there
you only
like
got like 2 days. Oh,
actually
actually, the sale is longer if it's not on Steam. So if you have if you have any other console, you can get it for the same price, I believe, up until some other times.
I spent all my money on wrestling games because, of course, I did.
I feel
But yeah,
sorry for you.
that reminds me though, there is a bunch of free stuff on Steam, and I've been taking all of them. Doesn't matter if they're good or not. I just take them.
Yeah,
Me too as well. What was the one? Pinball, the Pinball FX. I got that.
Oh, I didn't take that one yet. I think I can do that actually, like right now.
I think it's
Or
up
unless,
until the.
do it on stream like game snatching commands or something.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do that right now.
Yeah, have fun with fucking 20 different pinball variants, you fucking psycho. Just kidding. Don't have fun. That's what I'm kidding about.
I understand.
No, you fucking don't.
Oh, okay. Package info. Oh, I guess this one's not really free to keep. This one's kind of like you have to download it. Like, I mean, it might be free to keep after I download it, but it's like I just kind of want to add it to my account so that I don't have to, because I don't feel like taking up space.
You press like install, but it doesn't install. It just said it's been added to your account.
So okay, yeah, that's different because usually every other one that you just add your account, it's yeah, okay. So it's now registered on my account. Okay.
Whoa, everyone congratulate Moki now. Like, there's 2 people, but everyone, okay? Clap, 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 clap. You don't get any.
See, how many games do I have on Steam now? This is probably like double my number of games. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, it says 28. Okay. Let's go through my library. Why the hell not?
Jesus Christ.
I played less than like half of these games. Let's see. So I've got 100% Orange Juice, which was free. Sounds like a fun party game.
We should play it sometimes. I heard it's bullshit.
This is one of the bad games that I got for free. It's Autobahn Police Simulator.
You fuck what?
Yeah, Autobahn Police Simulator. I think it's a simulator for police in a certain location. It's like India or something. Oh, so it's a really weird game.
You're talking about that game. Oh,
yeah, but then I got
then
I got Blood and Bacon, which Avion loves.
Yeah.
Then I got Dayland. I don't remember. Drawful 2, also free. Escape from Tethys, also free. Goat of Duty, also free. Head Snatchers, also free.
Fun fact,
Hollow
if you watch
Knight.
this video like a year later, these games probably won't be free.
Yeah, most likely, yeah. But then I got Carol Blaster. Hollow Knight and Carol Blaster were on sale, so they were at a good price at the time. And there's Con vs. Con, which is free. Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris, which is free. Left 4 Dead 2, which was a gift. Lisa, Little Witch Academia, Chamber of Time, which runs like shit, I must say, but I got it for like $10, so I'm okay with it. Machinarium, something like that. It's most likely Machinarium.
Oh yeah, you didn't get
One Drop Bot yet. Oh yeah. So One Drop Bot was free, but I hear it's like a terrible game. But it was free, so I took it.
I actually love this philosophy.
What was that?
Yeah, I mean, you just take whatever you fucking want, and not even caring for its quality.
Yeah.
Like
and then I got then I got the Pinball Care package just now. Let's see. Then I got both the first 2 Toe Jam and Earl games. Then let's see, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, which were on sale, I believe. And then Back in the Groove, which we just talked about.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider. Then we got Valhalla, which I
Yay.
have not completed yet.
Oh
You
yeah.
Not
should.
even close.
CNA is a huge fan
And
of
then
this game.
Vicious Circle, which I got for free. I have not played it. But yeah, someone gave me their code for Vicious Circle, so I have that now.
What is that game about?
Welcome back.
Is it about poorly animated G-mode animations or something?
No, I think it's like an uncooperative shooter, not a cooperative shooter. You're supposed to play against other people for like glory kills and doing stuff better than them, basically.
No.
It's a twist on the formula, I guess.
Competition.
Welcome Back to 2007 2 was also free. And then Y2K, a postmodern RPG, which I will talk about on this channel eventually.
Oh, can't wait.
Everyone already knows what's up. Everyone on this stream already knows what I'm going to talk about, but yeah.
We could
50 hours in
spoil
this
you.
game by now. I'm just going to talk about that later. I'm not going to put the kind of stress on me to talk about it now.
Yeah, because we all know what kind of game it is. If you don't remember that game, well, I'm not gonna remind you. Fuck you. Go look it up, you piece of shit. Google. Hey, Google.
Hearing Avion's sarcastic sass with an actual voice attached to it is kind of funny.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I went to acting school. You know, I'm fucking perfect at it. And in fact, you can smell my sarcasm from a mile away every time I say it. It's kind of weird though, because what the fuck?
None of us understand. None of us understand Polish. So, are you good at acting in Polish? Honest.
Okay. Let's see. I did act at like several different plays at school. There was something else outside of school, like several times. I wouldn't say that I am anything beyond an amateur, but I am quite confident that I at least can communicate properly with others. And they can tell what I'm talking about when I communicate with them. So for example,
So, are you
when I
talking
say...
about improv?
So for example, when I say
Talking
you
about
have a
improv
huge
at all?
dick, this is sarcasm. And you could hear that exactly. Right? You could hear that, right? The sarcasm in my voice. See, this is the
Yeah.
acting skill I was talking about. I'm just
Thank you
fucking...
for sharing.
I was talking about your dick size.
I thought you were talking about improv until you got into the bit, and I didn't realize it.
No, not improv, not at all. I was more talking about, like, playing roles, actual roles. The only problem that I have is actually remembering what I have to say, so I really hate... Like, I don't hate being the main character. I love being the main character. But also hate it because he has the most fucking dialogue out of all the bullshit that is going on. And, I just hate remembering stuff, really. I should probably take some mind exercises or something. I don't know. Put a tinfoil hat on. Maybe I'll remember shit better.
Block out the vaccine rays from the government.
Yeah,
From the
the
Pentagon.
interference from their cosmic mind waves.
I guess that reminds me, I don't know what I want to use this channel for other than like to talk about art and stuff. I did consider talking a bit about martial arts, but I think everything I wanted to talk about martial arts has already been covered. Like, let's see. Hang on. I'm going to check something.
Okay. Check it out. Like Czech, you know, because you're Czech, you know. You're Czech.
Czech as in the country, Czechia.
Yeah. So, Super Eye Patch Wolf released a really good, he released a very good video essay on fake martial arts, which I will link in the description.
Oh yes.
And that was really good. It covered like basically all the ground I wanted to. So yeah, I was thinking maybe this channel might be something like Big Joel's or Who else? I don't know, like Sean's channel, where I just analyze whatever the hell comes my way and I just talk about it as I do. It's good because they cover a lot of stuff. They cover like, stuff from like PragerU, which is awful. I fucking hate PragerU. Or they cover like animated movies, or they cover just politics in general, or they talk about games and stuff like that. That might be what this channel is going to be like.
No, Moki, gaming should not be political at all. It should not
I talked about Avion off the record about something I might want to do that's kind of personal on this channel, and it's responding to a 12-part series that I was exposed to when I was younger, called The Truth Project, which is an evangelical right-wing Christian look at reality, and it's total nonsense.
Oh, Jesus, that sounds like a fucking trip, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
You can't do drugs as a Christian.
It's probably going to have a little bit of a pompous title, like The Lies of the Truth Project or something.
No, dude, you can do better. You can say the awful fucking obscureness of the Truth Project, which is actually false, or something like that.
Name it like the reason why the Truth Project is false, because I love titles like that.
Yeah, just 20 different arrow colors in the thumbnail, pointing to like one very specific object in the background.
Now, this would be a long series. There's like 12 parts, and I think the first part is like 40 minutes. So if every single one's like a 40-minute long college lecture, then I've got a lot to do. I mean, those kinds of series are fun if you just have time to waste or if you need something to listen to. There's a lot of that type of stuff, but I think it's a little too edgy for this podcast, I guess, or a little too political or a little too controversial.
Well, I mean,
and that's not what this podcast is about.
Yeah. No, this podcast is about being galaxy brain. Yeah.
That is correct.
You know, I didn't hear that. You had probably to repeat that because I probably cut you out during the recording.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And I don't know. I heard it perfectly fine.
Well, fuck
Maybe
you.
other people will.
Yeah,
I mean, we talk over each other all the time. That's how podcasts work, you know?
That's excellent.
You just hear like half the time it's just people talking over each other until someone gives in and then they repeat what they're saying and then it just happens all over again.
It's very interesting because it's like, because you always have to think like, oh, is this person talking? Should I say something?
Yeah. Give me a second.
Oh, that reminds
please.
me, actually. If you want to see a video that does not have this problem at all, then I am going to link in the description a what-if scenario where Cassandra Cain from DC Comics is in Dragon Ball by our friend Warpstar930.
Oh, yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Really good, and it's also getting traction. I imagine we're not going to help out that much, but especially when it's this late in the podcast, assuming people are listening.
You know, I think if we link it there, then there's a good chance that Warp will link it back in some other video. Maybe. Maybe we could ask him for some.
Yeah, maybe it'll be a little bit of a machine that powers itself. Who knows?
Perpetual mobile, that's how it's called. It's quite a novel concept, really. You have something that powers itself because it does something, which is cool. So, like, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, then it would need 100% efficiency, which this universe is not exciting enough to have something with 100% efficiency. We just can't create energy, damn it.
Not with that attitude.
Fuck.
Yeah, not with that attitude.
Yeah,
I guess that's something. Oh, yeah, this is perfect because I was going to talk to Avion. This is one of my potential topics for the podcast. This kind of connects perfectly. I sort of feel like when you become like too invested in science and it's like a part of your ego, or you become too invested in religion, it ruins your creativity. Because we kind of talked about like we talked about the author of Narnia before, right? And how he was like a devout Christian and is actually a great author, but people still think his books are like for the devil or whatever, right? Because they have magic and gods and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's those like white mom Karens that are like, they have no creativity. They just cannot tolerate anything that's outside their worldview, even if it's from another Christian, for example. Or like, how about like Neil deGrasse Tyson, who kind of is like a bit of a buzzkill on Twitter all the time, posting about how like it's impossible for the Star Killer base from Star Wars to exist because you cannot absorb a star. Which, like, yeah, no shit, everyone knows that you can't absorb a star, but like it's cool. That's why we love it.
Yeah, fuck this universe.
I mean, it's
honestly.
like if we had sci-fi with like 100% realistic stuff in it, then the science, it wouldn't be science fiction most likely, or well, it would actually, but it would have less sci-fi element. It probably wouldn't even be recognizable as science fiction, is what I'm saying.
It would be science truth.
It would also, like, the only extreme element of it would be like, whoa, there's a cell that can multiply like 1.2 times faster than normal. Whoa. And it's like the very unremarkable shit, but it blows the fucking scientist's mind and his dick at the same time.
Jesus, it just fucking, yeah, I know what cells are multiplying there. The hint, semen. Dick juice.
Thank you for the definition, by the way.
This is not a definition.
In case there are any younger viewers.
What fucking young viewers are you talking about? Who the fuck is gonna watch? You're gonna give your kids this podcast? Come on. You gotta let kids watch, like...
I mean, you know, if you've seen like YouTube Kids, you know, if you've ever just been to like a laundromat and then there's like a kid with an iPad there just watching whatever is on YouTube.
I know.
I'm kind of surprised that like parents today just give their kids like this technology to distract themselves with like YouTube Kids content.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like just really loud nursery rhymes, you know? Like, if you've ever been to, like, a public place, like I said, like a laundromat, there's just kids blaring fucking, I don't know, like Yankee Doodle or something. Or, like, Peas Porridge Hot or whatever. And it's just, well, first of all, it's fucking annoying. And second of all, it's like, I don't know, these kids seem like they're way too old to be interested in this type of shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of know that. My sis, who has like a son, you know, my nephew, sort of. I don't know if that's the right genetic term.
Yeah, that's the right term.
Yeah, that's great. So, like, anyway, she does exactly that. Like, I don't know what to say, because on one hand she does that, but then the nephew comes over to my house every now and then, and she says that he never touches the computer, like specifically the computer, not the tablet or something. You know, and it kind of makes me wonder if, like, it's even a good idea to leave kids alone with that, because I always thought, personally, that the best kind of, like, parental controls, parental, like, regime is when you fucking stand over the kid and just watch what he's watching. I don't know. I know that people, like, need to take a break sometimes, but at the same time, I kind of...
Something I was thinking about this. I don't know. I think whatever I was going to say, I was going to bookend it a little bit. But it was not it was just going to be a funny quip. I forgot my funny quip, and now I'm sad.
Oh, no.
I'm very... Well, that was very funny, at least.
I can't think of a funny quip either.
Yeah, the funny quip is that I brushed my dick.
Don't forget to wash your foreskin.
Oh, yeah, because, like, you know, these times...
Yeah, okay, I remembered. I was going to say that a good thing to complete the thumbnail with is Spider-Man Elsa. So there's our 3 images. We got, like, fucking, what, Spider-Man. Also, we got
Hulk
Hulk
Hogan.
Hogan spaghetti, and then we got the dolphin pilot.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Amazing. Fucking amazing. Wow. I wonder what kind
This
of stuff.
and then the title will be about Lego Auschwitz or something.
Yeah, that will get in the views.
Yeah.
Probably from some neocons or something. I don't know.
Well, views are views, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine, especially for like entire fan base. If we ever get one, I don't hope for that. But if we ever get one, it will become like this very conservative fucking. Yeah, I just find it kind of funny. Imagine like people with I don't know, red wristbands, like rising like I don't know placards or some shit.
Okay, so it's been like an hour. So I guess that is the Galaxy Brain podcast for today. So maybe I'll upload this on a Sunday again. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But let's see. So self-advertise. It's shilling time. You can go and close with that if you want. Either one of you. All two of you.
What was I going?
All
I have a Twitter account that no one follows, and it posts funny wrestling moments. It's Twitter out of content, no context rest, because no context wrestling doesn't fit as a username on Twitter.
Okay, I will link that in the description. Avion, talk about your comic or whatever, unless you don't want to.
I did it last time, but like I'm kind of doing a comic, and it's like about this little girl. It's kind of like she fucking busts towns and does other cool shit. Like I had her do a lot of fun stuff in the previous two comics, and now the third one's being continuously released. So check it out, I guess. The link should be in the description below. And I'm just trying to sound very hip and cool, but I don't know what to make it like.
Yeah, I'll link it in the description as well. I linked it last time, but I think the elevator pitch for the comic is that it's apparently it's supposed to be like a children's book, but it's extremely fucked up, and it's about a little girl who becomes a god because she's bound by the god of knowledge, but she's incredibly stupid. So, and then she has a bunch of god friends and stuff, so that's what it's about.
Wow, thank you. You said it better than I did, and I'm the fucking author. What the fuck am I doing with my life?
Okay, so that is the Galaxy Brain podcast. See you next time.
Bye.
Stay Galaxy Brained, Galaxy Brainers.
Yeah. Goodbye. You can also send us hate mail if you want. I know this is an original joke. We just had to do it all over again. Send us hate mail.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah,
I
tell
read
us to
it.
call us